Whoever exalts himself will be humbled, and whoever humbles himself will be exalted. In the Gospel today, we see Jesus condemning the Pharisees for their public practices of piety. He admonishes the crowd to avoid following their example. Why? Why does he say this? Well, Jesus had nothing against them, but he opposed their piety because they were all rooted in pride. That is, the Pharisees used these pious practices as a means to boost their own identity. They based their identity and image on the titles given to them by the people. This isn't what Jesus did, because in his life there was a time when the people adored and hailed him and thought of him as a miracle worker, as a great prophet. There was also a time when they thought of him as a criminal and wanted him crucified. Yet, in spite of all this, Jesus was convinced of his identity, because his identity came from above. And this is what it means to be humble. Humility doesn't mean that we condemn ourselves or that we in essence humiliate ourselves, but that we come to know ourselves and accept ourselves as we are. We see ourselves as God sees us. Yet, it often happens that we seek the praises of people around us. We receive compliments and praises and titles, and we assume that we are who people tell us we are. But our identity should come from above. We should strive to see ourselves as we are, as God sees us. And this self-knowledge is the key to true humility, and it comes through our encounter with God through prayer. This season of Lent would be an ideal time for us to enter into ourselves, to have a meaningful encounter with God and gain a greater insight of our own self. And in this way grow in humility, so that God may exalt us at the appointed time.